What's good, fam? It's your boy ADiddy. No relation. We getting into another episode of the Chiilin with a Podcast. This is episode 9. We got across the table, Bub. We back.
Shim. Moo.
And it's me. So what we doing this week, right?
No relation.
We gonna get into some funny ass topics. That's how I'm feeling. You feel me?
What?
I just feel like
You must got some.
Yeah, I just felt like talking about some shit that you might not be feeling. You feel me? So we're gonna take it.
Oh, you tried.
We're gonna let her take over.
I'm like, I'm going.
Nah, I ain't got shit for you.
You trying?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's your idea.
What y'all finna talk about?
I'm shaking.
What I look like? All right. We're gonna go ahead and get started, guys.
Oh, here she goes, that boy.
Okay, guys. Everyone.
Have y'all ever been demoted from a friend or a best friend to an associate?
All of them.
What kind of question is that?
I got a whole list of. Wait, have I been the one? Yeah.
Have you ever been demoted
Yeah.
from a friend or a best friend to just an associate?
Yeah, it was mutual.
Well, sometimes it is.
I went by my business, they went by theirs. It's just what it was. You know how many of my homeboys got married this year? I ain't see nothing but a post. I don't care about none of that.
Yeah. I mean,
And they wasn't at mine.
But how did it make you feel? Like when it initially happened, when you realized that moment, like, oh dang, they really ain't messing with me like they used to.
Like 3 years ago, it was more like, okay, I forgot about it. But now it's more like, we on two different paths, brother. I forgot you existed too. So it's mutual.
Yeah.
So it ain't really personal no more. At this point, it's just two different routes, two different people.
Yeah.
Like that probably ain't even the same homie that I probably used to know.
That's a fact.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. I have been demoted before. But I'm okay with it because I realize as you get older, like sometimes you just outgrow people and people outgrow you.
Yeah.
Like we still cool, we still cool. We speak, when we see each other and stuff, but we're not best friends no more like that.
Yeah, as close as you
like
used
we
to
cool
be.
though.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no beef or nothing there. But I just feel like as you get older, you outgrow people and they might outgrow you.
Yeah. You know the crazy thing with that?
They seasonal.
Have y'all got the ones that wasn't close now got the promotion?
Yeah. Let me see.
I'm getting deja vu.
Oh.
What?
That's what I said.
No, I haven't. Not really.
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen that before.
No.
Mine's are.
Wait, say it again, babe.
Like, have you seen it backwards now? Like the dudes you didn't never think like
You would
was going to end up being like the homies is like now really like, hey,
You. I know that's why you said that.
the homies.
Oh, she said you.
No, my friends stayed the same, and they got demoted. I mean, the ones that my homies now got closer.
The ones that I thought were gonna fade out for you didn't.
Exactly.
What about you, babe?
Yeah,
you been demoted?
I don't never remember being demoted. Honestly, I remember demoting somebody though.
Nah, but we done that. But have you been demoted?
Without knowing, maybe.
I don't think so.
But you demoted people.
I've demoted one of my. It was a situation. I think I told you about this.
Situation.
Look. All right, so I was technically being filthy a little bit, like to an extent. I was on my way. No, I was out of a relationship, but we were still tied in a living situation temporarily. So
that's real filthy.
yeah, so
That's real filthy.
it was going on for probably 3 months at that point. And then I started talking to or messing with somebody from my job, and my ex found out going through my phone.
The one that you was in the living situation.
Yeah, found out going through my phone. I'm like, we ain't together, so like, I don't get the problem. Yeah.
Why you got my phone?
We was roommates for real, like changed rooms and everything. We wasn't sleeping in the same room or nothing like
That's
that.
amazing.
Y'all was real life roommates.
Yeah, real life roommates.
Never heard nothing like that.
So
We should try that.
yeah. So that happened, and she called up one of our close friends, like when I was a mutual friend, but it was my boy, but he was also cool with her. We all went to high school together, type shit. So when she called him up, he was like, "Yo, you wrong," type stuff. I'm like, "Yeah, you right." Like, like I get it.
Right.
I get it. We ain't together though.
But I get it.
I get why she'd be hurt or whatever.
Right.
But after that, he also went and like followed or added the chick from my job as a friend on Facebook to try to.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, oh, you weird, bro.
Red
like,
flag.
I said, you weird.
Red
like,
flag,
now that
bro.
shit,
Come on.
I ain't even gonna lie. To me, I looked at him like, yo, that's the wildest
that's
ever.
crazy.
Yeah.
The first situation I got, because mutual friends, you taking her side a bit, especially because I'm moving a little weird, I'm moving a little crazy. Like, I could admit that. But for you to then go along with the female stuff, like it was her female friends and then him that went and added her on Facebook. I'm like, yo, that's weird, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so
Straight
after
up.
that, we was I stripped him all his stripes and shit.
Drop from the green to the red.
It was weird, man.
I had a homeboy that asked me for my girl.
For your current girl? Like your actual girl at the time? Or
No.
the ex?
Oh, it was like a month after.
That's crazy.
Wait, how long were you and the girl was together?
Like,
Was it serious?
Ain't nothing
serious
been serious till me.
it's
Serious
serious,
enough
serious
at that
as
time.
like high school could get.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
name
We were
carry
together in high school.
stuff.
And you and him was boys.
I'm talking about freshman year.
Yeah.
She want to play. Yeah, brother asked. I threw him the alley hoop. I said, "Go ahead, brother. I ain't get mad at you now. You asked
But
whatever."
at least he did ask.
He
Yeah,
asked.
that's respectful.
It was player.
But if you felt some type of way, you should have spoke up and said something. That was your
Oh, I didn't feel no type of way.
Yeah.
I threw him the alley.
Yeah.
Go and dunk that.
Yeah. Facts. That's
But you know what?
Yeah,
Guys do that, but deep down they really be feeling some type of way.
that's true.
And I don't
Especially
even think
if it works out.
necessarily- Yeah.
Yeah, if
I
it
don't
turns
think it's
serious.
necessarily like because of the girl, but it's just
Yeah.
like, dang, you my boy. Like,
Yeah.
it just
Yeah,
feels
yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Now I knew the intentions of what was behind it. It was just gonna be on some like he wasn't gonna be serious with her,
Yeah.
and stuff. So it was like, go ahead,
Go ahead.
bro. What's funny?
She childish. Oh,
Look at my pinky.
Sam, it's like a little fish.
Is that my work
fish
sock?
Bro, her whole pinky toe hanging out her sock.
That's my sock.
It's like
First
a
of
little
all,
fish fin. Little pink toe.
That's funny. But that's crazy.
yeah,
You
you
got
Well-
one, Sam?
Sure do.
Oh,
We just talked about it too.
we did.
Yeah.
yeah.
Enlighten me.
So I was actually really close with the girl that I ended up being roommates with at college when I moved down with him. I was gonna get paired up with a random roommate because he was friend.
I had zero friends in college, bro.
He had a guy that he played football with, and his girlfriend I met when I visited down there one time, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, if you come, we should be roommates." Okay, so we became roommates, but then she moved in with him, so I had to find another roommate. So I just got placed with somebody random. Well, we ended up being like really close.
You and her.
Like, that was my girl. And we did everything together. And she was in a semester before me, or after me. So I was ahead of her by one semester. But it was both a nursing school. So we did everything together. And then one day, right before I graduated, she blocked me on everything. Like, no warning, nothing. I was blocked on everything.
You don't know why?
And I found out it was so awkward. I tried texting her something, and I was like, why are my texts not going through? And I was like, maybe it's just because we're at this store or whatever. But then I tried to send her something on Snapchat, and it wouldn't, like, it couldn't find her. I couldn't find her on my friends list. And I was like, I just Snapchatted her, like, last week. So she should be, you know how Snapchat is.
Yeah.
I couldn't find her anywhere. And so I asked my friend, I was like, hey, if you get blocked, how can you find out? And she showed me on Snapchat. And sure enough, she had me blocked. I was blocked on everything.
Right, so still today you don't know.
Mm-mm.
Did you do something to her?
Mm-mm.
I have a theory.
I got one too. What's yours?
My theory was that Shorty had some separation problems going on, and she was trying to prep for Sam leaving. Because she got towards the end of that semester, like the last 2 months was very weird. And I know that because she lived with us. And she started getting all weird and distancy and then moody. And then like the last day it was like all block on the last day. I was like,
did y'all everybody did she have family and stuff?
No.
Did she have family? Do y'all remember her talking to her family and stuff often? Oh, so she had people. I was gonna say maybe y'all was like the only people in her life.
I will say, like, she has a different background as far as, like, other than coming to school, like, it was just her and her parents and her sister, like, constantly. So she had a lot of separation anxiety for a while from her family when she moved. And I know, I mean, we've had our arguments and stuff, but, like, we worked it out.
Yeah.
But the only other thing I could think of at one point was it because I didn't give her an invitation to the our graduation ceremony? But I was like, I thought that was just automatic because at some point we had talked about an outfit or something that she was gonna wear. So I just assumed she knew that she was coming. You know, like I didn't feel like I needed to invite you to my graduation.
You go to the same school.
Because I thought you were gonna be there. You know.
Oh wait, so she wasn't graduating with y'all. She was behind y'all.
She was gonna be right after us the next semester.
Which why I think it was separation because it was like, okay, now I'm gonna have
that's not cool.
2 random roommates
Just
and
say that.
I'm by myself.
Just be like, hey.
Because I like
friend.
Yeah.
for like that was like I treated her. She was my best friend. Like I went to her for everything. She went to me for everything. We every day it was me and her. He would be at work and me and her would wake up, go get coffee. Come home, study together, go get lunch, go to the library together. Like, we did everything together.
I know what it was.
That's the thing that you said about not putting all your eggs in one basket before. That's what you was talking about.
Yeah, because that's the 3rd time that I've been burned.
Damn.
With a super close best friend.
Yeah.
I had a
friend,
I had a friend. I was friends with her for 14 years. And we were very close. Like, our moms knew each other, and me and her did everything together. And then high school changed everything. And so that fell off. And then I found another girl. We got really close in middle school. And then, like, in the middle of high school, it just got ugly. It was just a difference. It was honestly, like, just pettiness of... we were supposed to go to a party. I found out there was going to be like a lot of like smoking weed and that type of stuff. And my mom was dropping me off at this party. And so I was like, okay, I don't think it's a good idea. Like, I'm just going to get in trouble by the time she drops me off. So I texted my best friend and I was like, hey, I don't think we should go. I think maybe you should just come to my house. Like, I heard there's this, and this going on. And I don't think that's a good idea. And she went back and told a group of girls and made it sound like I was saying I'm too good for them.
Yeah.
So then they were trying to like confront me in high school, like at the school, and it was just
escalated like crazy.
So she cut me off, and then she tried to come back and treat it like it was just normal, and it just wasn't the same. Like one.
Yeah. Facts.
And then for a while I was like, I'm never gonna find a friend that close. And then I found her, my roommate Leslie.
Yeah.
She demoted your ass again.
And then
basic ghosted you.
Yeah,
that's like you was in a relationship.
She knows who she is.
And she ghosted you. That's crazy. Like,
and then like I didn't hear nothing. Like
I know what happened.
Like we moved out.
What was your theory?
I know what happened. When y'all left, did y'all find anything missing? She stole something from you and she don't want you to. She stole something big, Sam.
Probably some dishes.
So what?
Dishes.
I really don't know what it was.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
That's crazy.
I just remember, like, I told him, and then one day it showed me that she found me on TikTok. Like, you know how it says when they view your profile?
Yeah.
She viewed mine. And I was like, and she did it like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, nah.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Nah. You could give her a chance to tell you. Maybe it was some
Hell
person.
Yeah, I definitely would like to know.
Not me.
But I'm not gonna.
No.
I'm not gonna reach out
I would.
and ask.
Brother, once you done burn me, you got it, fam. I don't give a damn what you gotta say anymore. It's
I would
over.
want to know.
The only reason,
I chapter my life over, brother.
no,
I
just
still
in
wanna
case
know
like
it's
something
still over.
happened. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
and there was a reason behind it. Like,
Maybe she went through something, depression or
could have been
something.
something crazy.
But if you know this person,
Mm-hmm.
it's a different story.
Oh.
It's not a stranger.
No, I get you. I still feel the same way though, because I feel like now it could still be a bullshit reason.
It's 99% bullshit because the reason why is because it was weird activities leading up to that for a whole 2 years straight, which is why I'm like, this is just another one of these bullshit acts.
Okay,
It was just she finally just pulled the plug.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I'm
Don't worry
like,
about
this
it,
one
Sam.
was terrible. I don't want to hear what you got to say, man.
Yeah.
You've been on some other stuff, but she nicer than I am.
So you give me reason to believe that you was just on bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
that's the reason. Okay.
Now, if it was just like out the blue or something, I
Like
would
this
have been
person
more
not like that.
right.
That's different. Okay, I got you.
She been on some other stuff for a year straight, 2 years straight. I'm like, what we got going on now?
Well, y'all demote us. We don't care.
Because it's us. It's
It's
us
us forever.
for us forever for
For
life.
life.
So
For
she,
life.
soon one of them get the cut. Now we demoting it.
We are not buddies.
Crazy.
All right.
Demoted.
We need to move on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. I think we talked about this last week, just amongst us.
Mm.
But I want y'all to dig a little bit more. Well, not deeper, but
Just dig a
Whatever.
little deeper.
do y'all think it's okay
Yes.
to vent to your friends
Oh, yeah.
about your partner?
Friends or family?
Both.
That's a big
Big difference.
chunk of that. Yeah, big difference.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Let's stick with your both. Let's do both.
What if I ain't got
Friends or
friends?
Friends, whatever. Family off limits. Is my vote.
What?
Say it
Friends, whatever. You could tell them cool. You can rant. Family, nah.
Okay.
Why you feel that way though?
Because like we were saying the other day, the difference is with friends, this isn't an everyday relationship between my person and my friends.
Yeah.
I'm just that in the middle. There's no connection
They
going
really ain't got fool
around.
with each other.
me.
For real.
Therefore, it doesn't matter. They're gonna make an opinion off of what I tell them, but that never goes back to her because it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't do nothing. Now, had I tell a family, my mom, my dad, I could take me out and there's still something right there. There's another line still.
Yeah.
Therefore, their views, their opinions, their judgment changes to my spouse.
Yep.
And when we might have something going on, I rant, I do this and that, we might get over it. But this family member with that line ain't over it. Now they views change on this person. They still feeling some type of way. They get to acting funny. But we already done saw what we had going on in the house.
Now it's just everybody just moving weird.
Now everybody all weird. Now they looking at her funny like she this or that. But really, this been handled months ago.
Exactly. Yep.
I was just ran. So that's the biggest difference. Is there's another line versus a friend. There's not that second line between them two.
Cause they ain't got no real connection. Your friend and her.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, they could have.
They
but
could.
Yeah. Like she had a homegirl that was it was my homegirl too. It was like a trio.
Oh yeah.
there was like a connection there, but that could break apart easier than family ties.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I personally feel like when it comes to friends and family, I feel like it depends on who has a personal relationship with my spouse. Whether or not I give certain information away, and whether we talk about certain topics or whatever, especially like we arguing about something crazy, like if they got a personal relationship and like they talk to each other maybe every now and then, whatever, outside of me, then I wouldn't want to skew their views of her.
Right.
Yeah,
But if they don't have a personal relationship, then I can vent to that person, and then even though they might in that moment still feel a way, it's like you can also make sure you convey to them how you feel about your spouse as well. So you get what I mean? So like you can still get them to understand the other side,
right,
and my side.
That's
But somebody that got a relationship with her specifically, I don't want to skew their view of her, and then it's like, and you're a little funny. Like I can't even really chop it up with you. I really, or just be around you and being fake, because it's like, that's not real. Like
now, when you say you don't want to change their views and opinions to your spouse, do you feel there's a line to do that? Because there might be like, like you can rant on a surface level versus really, this person did this to me and it hurt me. Yeah. Now they really feel some type of way. There's a new view going versus like on some surface level. Man, she got on my nerves today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a difference?
I feel like it's a huge difference. I feel like the surface level conversations is usually what you talk about. Like I said though, for example, with those people that have a huge personal relationship, or can potentially have a huge personal relationship. But if it's somebody that's just basically my people's, then it's like, all right, I could get deeper into it. Yeah. But also, it's still a barrier in there, like, because you don't want to go too far and give out too much information. Now this person just looks horrible at the same time either. Right. Because it could be something as simple as like she pissed me off today. Right. Like I pissed off today. And this is how she pissed me off. Or this is what happened. But then if it's like, that whatever that situation is boils into a deeper situation, I'm gonna just stay at what happened today instead of the fact that this has been an ongoing issue or whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. I agree. I think we all pretty much got the same.
I want to hear what you got, because I know what you do, but I want to know like.
So she's sitting over there thinking.
I know what you do, but I want to know if you think it's right or why you think it's right, or if you just like we made it make sense the other day when we had this conversation. If you had a change of opinion, it's a change of views. Cool, it's cool.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
I'm just saying.
Joe, we ain't gonna judge.
I'm just join the team, bro.
Oh, my foot got itchy. I mean, like, I get it and I agree with it. Like 85%. Just be quiet, because I'm about to just hit this. Yeah, I agree.
Can I tell you something?
What?
Or can I guess something? Is that 15%? You're gonna say it's different if is it? Are you gonna say it's different because like you have no friends and those are your friends, even though these are families?
What?
Yeah, that was crazy.
You hear me? What?
Okay, what he's saying. Let me talk.
No, the way he worded that was hella wrong. Yeah. But
remember when I said he's terrible with words?
Okay.
8 years.
What you think?
I definitely agree with the fact that like of what y'all were saying, but what I was trying to tell him one time is I get that, but for example, I can't rant to him about certain things. and him get it the way you would get it because you're a girl and he's a guy. He will never see it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, on the podcast? It's crazy.
It's crazy work.
While the wife is talking, it's crazier.
It's crazy.
I'm listening to you. Be quiet.
But like in my case, like you said, I don't have friends. So who do I talk to? Well, then it turns into, oh, well, just talk to me. Okay, I don't want to talk to you about how you get on my nerves.
Yeah.
Okay,
So would you?
So like what I've done in the past is I've gone to my sister.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
And the good thing, I'm not saying it makes it right, but the good thing about her is she doesn't change how she sees him. She may feel like, oh, they're not as perfect as I thought, but it's never been anything directed just towards him. It's more so about oh, so y'all do have disagreements. So it's not perfect 100% of the time because that's how it has seemed all the time. That's why my sisters have always said like, oh, it's never going to be enough when we bring a boy because it's not Chris and blah, blah, blah. Because to everybody else, we're just this picture perfect couple that have our high school sweethearts. But I can truly say 100%, I don't think my sister has ever looked at him any different.
I like that.
Of what I've said.
It's in the person.
Yeah, now I would never go to my dad and be like, this is what me and Chris are fighting about. Because even as close as he is with Chris, I'm still his baby girl. At the end of the day, if I was a boy and it was a girl, it would be a little bit different. Yeah. But since I'm the girl in the relationship and I'm his daughter, he's immediately gonna start building up a wall. And so now I will say, me and my mom, like, for a while we were like inseparable. So I went to her for everything, and that I agree. There were things I should have kept between us. So I will agree to that. But it's just hard. Yeah. It's hard, not about the mom part, but it's really hard not to be able to go to somebody about things when it's like I don't have a friend that I trust to that level that's also going to give me the support I need.
You had no outlet.
Yeah.
She was your outlet.
Yeah.
You had to tell somebody.
And it's like, yeah, I could talk to God, but
God
doesn't.
I was gonna say tell God, Sam.
Like God doesn't give me the direct feedback right then and there. And like again, yes, he's my best friend, but so Chris made me mad the other day, and
go talk to him.
And I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes you need one person that's gonna agree with what you say. Yeah. No lie. No matter who it is. Now, even if you're not right.
Or just listen.
Just a listen.
Exactly.
Listen, not agree.
No. But sometimes, like, I feel like if you got a person that got multi faces, like a couple different faces. What I mean by that is like sometimes they agree with you, just straight off bat. Like, you know what? Yeah, nah. Chicks is like that. Dudes is like that. Like, I get exactly what you're talking about. Like, just off bat, you sometimes you need that relief real quick, just to be like,
to feel relatable.
She on some bullshit. Yeah, I 100% I believe. But then sometimes you need that same person to be like,
you tripping.
You know what? You wild a little bit. Like, I feel
like he got his homeboys. He be talking to me. When he get home, I be like, "What you tell? What y'all talk about? What he say?
What y'all say today?
What he say when you told him? I know you was talking about me today.
I know you were talking about me the other day.
For a fact, my cousin Doughboy Amir, he going to some days he gonna 100% agree with me.
Oh yeah.
Some days he gonna tell me.
I know he gonna tell it. He gonna tell it how it is.
Exactly. Some days he gonna be like, nah, like I don't know, or he'll just try to give me some other points of view or whatever. Which of course I just told her recently. An argument we recently had. I realized from him that it's a difference in culture.
Yeah.
Just Period. Like
this was last week. This
the,
when we was out outside and fight.
Yeah, when we was upset last
week.
I swear to God, from that conversation, he I remember something he said before, and it was basically like, do you think she had a culture shock in the moment? Because sometimes I can talk, and if I'm real like passionate or something like just heated sometimes, but when it comes to a certain situation, like I could say something and not really mean much behind it, but it sounds super aggressive.
Sounds crazy.
He could be like, he could be like, fuck out of here, and I'm gonna be like.
Yeah.
I feel like
he didn't think twice about it.
You coming for me?
Because it wasn't serious.
You coming for me?
Like basically,
now
get out of here.
And now she over there. Now you said fuck me.
Exactly.
I can see it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can see that.
I can say something like that. And to him, he literally just like, man, going on, like,
100%.
And why you looking at me? I felt you looking at me.
But that's why I told
you don't want to be buddies, bet.
Be careful.
Bet.
No, I looked.
You on strike 5 right now. It's cool.
No, I looked at you because I forgot why I looked at you.
Because I look, one of the things she know, and I make sure I express to her all the time. I never say anything to you directly to be disrespectful,
right?
Or just hurt your feelings purposely. Like nothing purposely. I'm not attacking you. I'm not going to attack you. Yeah. But some things I might say, to me, is just fly by night shit that anybody would say. Because that's what I grew up with. Yeah. But to her, she like, what? Like, what? You?
Even if I'm like cussing or something, I'm like, I'm not cussing at you.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is in the sentence of trying to express and say what I'm trying to say.
I still don't let them have it.
So fuck out of here. It can sound crazy
to them,
but I'm not saying fuck you. Get the fuck
exactly.
Out of here. That's completely different. Exactly. That's completely different. Like, I said
no. We still go back and forth, which not as much because he's gotten to the point where he's like, and before you even say no, I'm not cussing you out because. I'm trying to give an example without.
It's got a little passion behind.
Like of something you would actually say, because I know if I just say an example, people are like, "Wow, he says that." But like
you
if
sound like that when you watch this podcast.
I mean, basically, just like if he said like it's fucking irritating me, I'd be like,
yeah,
you don't have to say the F word, just say irritating.
Yeah.
Or
man, you annoying as hell.
I said, man, listen. I said that.
He said you being annoying.
I said that out of frustration, but it was just in the moment. Like
certain words hurt.
You being annoying. I said
you being annoying is crazy, but it's no. You being annoying is not crazy.
Depending on the situation and when it is said.
But. Not because the way I look at it is there's so much other stuff that could be said.
Yeah.
But
you actually like
you telling me I'm being annoying.
Yeah, you're annoying. That's crazy to go off the handle with, but that's to me. But then it hurt her feelings.
I said I felt like you said I get on your nerves. You don't want to be around me. I'm not your best buddy anymore.
You took it all other route, bro.
I said, you don't want to be my buddy.
That's that like them TikToks where they tell the spouse they been annoying. Yeah. They stop talking.
Don't tell me I'm
annoying.
That's gonna be me.
Like, oh, I'm annoying. Okay.
You might as well say you finna leave. Bye.
That point.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You do act like that. Like when he has these days where he gets so excited and he's in such a good mood, and he's just telling me all these stories because there's a difference. There's, hey baby, how was your day today? It was good. Same old. Yeah. And then one random day out of the month, babe. So this happened and blah blah blah. And then I was like, and then he was like, and bro, you will not believe it, and blah blah blah. And he'll go, but when he goes, he don't stop for at least an hour. And I'll be like, yeah, you full of stories today. And he'll be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna shut up. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
That's how it was today. Couldn't shut up today.
I should
have. So you want me to be nonchalant?
With me.
All right. Nonchalant.
That's one. I should have done quick.
But that is a big thing, cussing versus cussing you out. But I get if you
Just don't
if
do
we're
it at all.
especially if we're like not arguing, but disagreeing, and he says a cuss word, I'm like, okay, so now you're cussing me out. So now you hate me.
I should put your butt in the camera.
Oh, that's fine. I keep going out of the frame like this. That's why I had to pull it up a little bit. But yeah.
Okay.
What else
Right.
you had?
Next.
What else you had, bro?
All right. Oh, this gonna be funny.
Oh, wait. Before we do that, before we go into it. Number one, we gotta let y'all know, just in case y'all ain't peep. Yeah, we went dumpster diving last week.
Attempted for sure.
It was a.
There was an attempt
Fail.
It was
there.
a fail, facts. But we did it.
fail.
We did it.
If that's what you count.
Wait, did we drop the video?
I don't know. Did you put it on TikTok, right?
I don't think so.
No, I
No,
didn't
we
see
said
nothing.
we're gonna say that when we.
I'm gonna drop a short tonight.
Oh
on it.
yeah, for
We're gonna drop a short
Behind the
tonight
scenes.
or tomorrow, but.
so yeah. So we did that. Also the whole waxing topics that we touched
Wax
on
to
last
wax.
week.
It was for personal hygiene purposes only.
Wait! Did you do it?
No.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
I'm not
'cause
gonna
that
do
one
it.
that one good.
You're gonna
Yeah.
do it.
I'm not gonna do
The
it.
fans can't see.
His hand's shaking. Look, he
Right,
did it.
I'm trying to get my drink cold. Gone out.
What I
Listen,
tell-
it was personal hygiene.
What I tell you earlier, I
You
said,
don't understand.
boy, you two go eat your ass alive.
Right. I don't care about none of that. They gonna say what they gonna say. I don't care.
Exactly.
Bro, listen. Listen, once you been through school all these years, and every time you get up, you see that little sweat. You get tired of that, and you got tired of people telling you got a girl booty. Then you gonna be like,
Wait, when you get up from church, it be a streak of
yeah. Wait till I get up.
Bro, I been like that my whole
Mama.
life. I thought it was just because my booty.
But then the hair make it sweat more, just like on your armpit. That's why I said I
Okay.
would have gone and waxed.
All right.
I said okay. Niggas gotta wax
All right,
his
Sam.
butt, man.
What was the topic you wanted to talk about? You said you had.
Oh,
something.
it wasn't a topic. It was just a question that I needed to ask. But at first, I was just gonna ask y'all before we started filming. But then I was like, wait, this might turn into a slow moment. So I got a question. It's kind of a riddle.
Okay.
Riddle fiddle.
But when I tell y'all what I figured out this morning while I was halfway asleep, I thought I really came up with something.
Oh, you thought you had
Why?
a moment.
Are we actually gonna answer this?
Yes.
Okay.
How do I ask? How do you make sense of the number 20 being spelled the way it is?
How do you make sense of the number 20 being spelled how it is?
Yes. Like, yeah. Because why isn't it, like, for example, there's 1 and then there's 10? Wait, that didn't make sense.
That wasn't a good example.
Oh, okay,
But she lost when she said that. I was like, right.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of one that does make sense, like
3, 13,
Are you saying like why
30?
not
Yeah.
11 is not?
like
No.
like how he's making it make
3,
sense, like
13,
3,
Somebody
13,
said
30,
look,
why
3,
one ain't
13, 30.
4, 14.
Why is
40.
20? Take the word 20 and make it to where you can say it's spelled like 20 because blah blah blah, but you have to connect it to the
other
actual
two.
number,
Yeah.
20.
Don't answer it. Don't answer it.
Oh, you want the
We're gonna let the viewers answer it.
Facts.
But we're gonna answer it. We're gonna answer it right here.
She's slow. We'll answer it when we stop.
We'll answer it when we stop. But y'all figure out the riddle. Tell them the riddle again, Sam.
Why, like, basically in the comments, explain why is the number 20 spelled 20?
Okay.
Because there was a video I saw.
Wait, babe. They just
Don't
said
answer.
the viewers.
We're gonna let them
No, I'm not
answer.
gonna answer it.
Oh.
No, I'm saying there was a video I saw the other day. It was talking about like 1 and 11. how to make sense. He was like, why it can't be 1-1?
Yeah. 1-1 is crazy.
Why it's not 22 but 1-1?
If anything, not to change what you said, but the one that is not as that don't make as much sense as any other one is the number one. Is 1, 10, 11, and then after that it just 21, 31, whatever.
We got 100.
But it's like 20, 30, 40, 50. Those all make sense. We got 10. That's crazy. 10 compared to 20, 30, 40 is wild. That's the only one with a 0 behind it that sound completely different than the rest.
And it don't have, like, it doesn't end in E, like 20, 30, it's 10.
10. Yeah.
I feel like it's got something to do with, like, Greek.
It probably do.
Where they really break
probably
it down.
Like...
Hey, Siri.
Oh, you gonna answer it like that?
That's ChatGPT.
I was about to say, go to ChatGPT.
Put it in the comments, though. We're gonna bring back this topic next week just to see what y'all had to say.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna finish this guacamole. Sponsor us. Oh.
They get no.
Hopefully.
All right, let me see. Sponsor us.
I need a lifetime supply.
Okay, this gonna be funny, y'all. Nah, well, kind of not. I always say that. It'd be funny to me, but
Well, come on, let's hear it.
All right.
You could talk about
This question first is for Sam. There's gonna be 3 questions tied into this.
Is this to keep me from zoning out? That's why you did this?
You zoning out.
No, I'm saying we talked about me zoning out.
What are you doing if a man proposes to you?
Yes.
But you know deep down in your heart that you do not want to marry him. You just waiting on that time to end it. You just riding it out until.
Are we by ourselves or are we in front of a group?
We are in front of people. They propose to you in front of people. What you doing?
Just go.
I know what I'm doing. Dang.
Honestly, if I know myself, instead of like thinking it through and be like, I think I should do this, I feel like what I would end up doing is saying yes and calling it off.
Yeah. You better than me.
No, I know you. You wouldn't.
You know what, Sam? I wouldn't even get to that point. You know why?
I was gonna say that, but you told me the background that we were just waiting on cutting it off.
I wouldn't even get to that point because
before you put your knee down, I gotta go to the bathroom and then don't come back from bathroom.
She gave too much warnings, too many warnings beforehand.
you already know.
What you mean?
I'm not marrying you, you know.
I have flat out said, do not even try no funny stuff. Do not try to ever propose. I will not marry you.
And they stayed
You're
with
gonna
you.
be looking stupid.
It's crazy.
I was hoping that would have got them out the door, but they didn't leave.
Why didn't you
I
just
made a repeated thing to make sure
hold
they
on?
was aware.
Well, I'll save that for later.
I was making sure they knew. Don't try to propose. You're gonna be looking stupid because I'm going to say no.
Yeah, that's
I've never been.
And on everything I love, I would have said
no.
That's a crazy fair warning.
Yeah, that is. That's
I
wild.
know.
I've never been in a situation where I'm worried that they're going to propose. I've been in a position where I hope they propose.
I was like, I hope not. You ain't been gone for so long, nigga. You ain't old, bro. Hey, you got proposed to at 14
That's
then.
crazy. Yeah.
All right. So y'all, just for y'all too.
Oh, I only got one question to myself.
I can tell you the answer to your question that you're about to ask, probably.
What you gonna do if she
It's
say
over.
no?
It's out. I'm
Oh,
out. I'm
yeah, it's
gone.
If you
over.
propose and she say no,
Whoa.
but if she says not right now, we need to talk about it. Let's talk
Curtains.
Let's talk about this later.
Curtains.
Y'all out the
It's
door?
curtains. What?
I don't believe
You
it.
just embarrassed out of
Why
me.
she
That's
sound not
crazy.
ready?
I don't believe that from either one of y'all.
I'm not ready.
Brother.
Hey, you proposed and I said, hey, but I'm not ready right now.
I'm like, well, what the fuck I'm doing here then?
What we
I
got
ain't
going
gonna lie.
on, bruh?
We good. We in a good place right now, but just not right now.
That
We ain't
sounds
gonna be in a good
but
place
what am I
after this
here
day.
for?
It's over.
That's crazy.
I am going to marry you, but not right now.
Who proposing again? Because it ain't gonna be me.
Yeah.
He said, who proposing again? Because it ain't ain't gonna be.
No, the frog.
me.
Yeah, you don't jump on the frog. You ain't no frog. Now you can't jump when she say jump. Not on my time.
Facts.
No.
Then why we gotta jump?
Yeah, why we not say yeah? Cause we don't.
No. The reason why y'all gotta say
We
yeah.
have a sandwich.
Look, the reason why y'all gotta say yeah, I feel like, is because we ain't getting to that point of proposing if we don't feel like you want this forever
Yes,
and I want this forever. Those niggas that's jumping the gun. They ain't really thought this through.
Oh, they trying to hurt and lock you down.
Yeah, or they trying to lock you in. They being hopeful. I'm not being hopeful. Like,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
for a
that
reason.
this what we want. Like,
This is what we got going on.
facts.
So if you say no, we obviously missed something along the lines of some communication. We need to go ahead and
Get
move
up outta
around,
here.
brother.
Okay,
I'm telling you
so
now.
I'm really trying to think of different situations.
There's no other way around it. If you said no, it's-
Okay. So
Let her think.
I mean, obviously. Let me think. Okay,
Let
so
her
let's put a random situation up there. So you don't know this yet. I'm talking to the guys. You don't know this yet, but I'm just giving you a little bit of background before you start. Now it's still now.
Peace.
A girl just found out. Okay, so picture this. Okay, y'all been talking about goals of I would like to get married and we want to have kids, and for y'all too. I know this ain't the real y'all or whatever. Just picture it.
Forget us.
Having kids is very important to you.
Yeah.
Like that, it's a non-negotiable. And then y'all talk about marriage. Fast forward, let's say 4 months, and you propose, and you're all in front of family, and she says yes, but then in private she tells you like, look, I didn't want to say no in front of everybody, but I don't think I'm ready because I just found out that I might not be able to have kids. Is that a decent reason to say no because they're considering what y'all talked about, what y'all discussed? It's not that she's going back on her word, but it could be, she didn't want
Why
to say.
she ain't had that conversation with me before?
She just found out.
Yeah, she just found out.
The same day I was proposing.
Baby, can we not see you getting too deep?
It matters.
No.
It matters.
Now who's thinking? Now who's thinking?
If it wasn't 2 days
She
before,
was getting ready to tell you, but she hasn't even fully processed.
Because I'm gonna be honest, if I just found that out, I'm not gonna tell you that same day that I found out.
why?
Because
You got
that's a lot to process,
I get that.
especially as a woman.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot. I ain't thinking about you right away. I'm thinking about myself.
Because it's the same thing with you. Like if you realize or if you found that information out today, you might not be able to get it off back when y'all been talking about like, yo, we want to have kids together. Like, damn, not only is it disappointing her, but I'm disappointed in me right now too. Like, damn, I can't even.
You gotta let me off easy though.
That's what I said. I would say yes, and like what the girl said yes in front of everybody.
Yeah in public. Say yeah in public. Just don't embarrass me.
I feel like though, if she said yeah, but then in private said that, I don't know. If I'm as far as wanting to propose, then I'm already locked in with you. Facts. Like, I get that you can't have kids. We just gonna have to figure that part out. But I still want this.
That ain't
like,
the end of
it. Yeah, it ain't gonna be the end of us.
And the biggest answer to your question earlier, when you said why you need to say yes, and y'all keep saying, I'm not, what if they just say, I'm not ready. Everybody in here can say they have seen somebody engaged for years.
That's a fact.
So what is the reason to say no if you really didn't see yourself the future with him?
Facts. Nah, that's facts. Because if we talking about,
because not everybody sits there and says, well, I can always say yes and be engaged.
No one wants to do that. No one wants to say yes.
If you potentially saw a future with this man and this was serious and this is what you wanted to do, you're gonna say yes, no matter how long it took. Now you be engaged for 10 years, but you gonna say yeah that day.
Because think about it. I swear to God though.
Don't tell me what I'm gonna do.
Because if your whole reason is because I want to finish out something or something like that, just give me a little bit more time. That's cool. We can still be engaged
Exactly.
until you done with whatever that is, and then we could get married afterwards.
Right.
But if you're talking about no, because I still want to do this first, then you ain't really trying to do that later on. Like
What y'all are trying to do without trying to do it is y'all are trying to combine engagement and being married together.
Exactly.
There's two different steps to it, brother.
Things. Facts.
You can't just because I'm proposing and I'm trying to get engaged to you. I'm not saying you are on contract right here, right now.
No. But some of them do feel like that because once you get engaged, we got to get married immediately.
That's what
you know what I feel. You feel what I'm saying?
You shall.
Go to the court.
Sam, I want a divorce.
Some of them definitely feel like that though. If she wasn't trying to get married, if she wasn't trying to get married soon, she probably wouldn't even say yes. Honestly, she's something up with her.
No,
she different, bro. She crazy.
I would've.
So if you wasn't planning on getting married to another 4 years, would you have said yes if you proposed right now in 2025?
I don't plan when I want to get married. Like I want to get married in 2 years, 3 years.
Okay, if you wasn't ready right now, would you have said yes?
I'll tell you this though. I'll tell you this. If she wasn't ready, I get that. I said when I proposed in my mind, we gonna get married in 2 years.
2 years. I said no. You got a year.
She didn't want to wait that long.
My thing was like you can't get me all happy and excited and then it's time to start playing and he wanted to wait 2 years. Babe, I'm not waiting no 2 years for what?
I was.
Because we was broke.
I was okay with that though because when we were looking at dates when we first got engaged, I was like, if we want October, we're already looking at 2025. And I was okay with that.
Yeah.
Because to me, I what immediately came to my mind was that's more money to save, more time to save that money.
That's what he was on.
And he was like, nah, I'm not trying to wait. Okay, but you made me wait 8 years.
I could have waited.
So
I definitely could have waited. Mm-hmm. I pulled it because I didn't believe you, if you want to be honest. Like it was like, we can wait. But in reality, I'm like, this girl been asking to be married for years. I ain't finna hold
it. If she had to.
I would have waited because I had the ring on my finger.
I waited 2 years.
I had the ring on my finger.
I didn't think he was gonna leave me, but you just was not budging.
I didn't think you was gonna leave me, but
no, because I'm like,
you weren't gonna be around.
We can do it. Like he didn't believe that we could do it financially.
Not a guy.
That's two different conversations.
To be
around.
Saying that you would have waited if we had to, and saying that we can pull it is two different. Because it was a lot of debt involved in pulling that shit when we could have waited those 2 years.
Well, we ain't dating.
Fuck it,
we are in debt, but we're not dead.
Bounce back. We ain't dead.
But we barely over the water. Above water.
Just peeking over it a little bit.
She said, we alright.
Peeking over.
She got what she wanted.
That's crazy.
We ain't done.
Yeah, exactly. Huh?
Our bills stay paid. Ain't nothing ever.
Outshine Reynolds.
Yeah, we doing good now.
Hello, life.
We doing decent now, but I ain't gonna lie.
And her sister just went viral.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. But in the moment, I'm like, okay, so we just gonna do this shit and just look. No, I said we just gonna do it. And then as those numbers start rolling up, I'm like,
bro,
oh, we moving stupid. Like
literally, because we were like, bro, we would never get close to this number, and then next thing you know, we're at that number. I'm like, but we cut everything out.
That was us.
Facts.
Like I felt like we made it so simple. We found so many connections.
We did not make.
We cut out a lot of things that we didn't make a priority, and it's.
We still,
baby, you still.
We didn't make it as simple as we should have.
My dream wedding that I was hoping for, he was like, "Yeah, we got to get at least 2 years for it." Baby, I dropped that dream so fast.
Did I say dream? I said, I mean, it'd be cool.
He was like,
well, I ain't even get my little donkey.
It's gonna take about 2 years.
If that's what you
never
want,
let that
we
down.
have to wait
Another
another
donkey.
Yeah,
baby.
Question.
Yeah.
Playing it on my own. I got this.
She said, "Well, I'm
DIY Queen who?"
And I'm gonna cut this out. And I'm
I
like,
swear.
You just gonna make.
I'm gonna get this family member to do this instead.
I did.
Yep.
I swear to God, that's all I was thinking. Oh, so you just gonna make this shit happen? Like,
The good
Ain't no
thing was
question.
that we was all able to find like different payment methods.
Yeah.
That really helped. If somebody just like dropped
Oh, yeah.
15,000, I'd be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
About 2-3
Yeah.
years.
3
It
years.
sounds
3 years.
insane when you're like, yeah, you're probably about looking at 20,000 you're gonna spend. No, I'm not. Oh, we did.
Yeah.
You did. Yes.
Like,
Facts.
Well, we didn't, but everybody contributed.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, it was crazy.
20,000 me.
and that. But I will say something good that came out of like how like realizing all that money was we realized how much we really can survive while saving a good amount of money.
Yeah.
That's true.
So
bro.
now,
Oh, yeah.
so now we're better at saving because we're like we did it while we were getting married.
I'm quick to pull that.
Yeah.
Every time.
I'm like,
Okay.
if we can save that much now, we can save this much.
Mm-hmm. Like, we just did that.
Do y'all think what y'all spent on y'all wedding? Do y'all regret it now?
Yes,
Yeah.
we haven't even talked about this.
Do you?
I'm speaking
Yeah.
for myself.
I don't regret the day in the moment.
No,
I think it
No,
was great.
definitely
No,
not.
not
But
the day in the
but-
moment.
You talking about how much money we spent?
How much you spent? Like
Oh, if I
overall,
can
was
go-
you like, dang, it was worth it. Like
Oh,
you
no,
enjoyed.
that's true.
no,
That's
no.
true.
I'll be honest. Like,
no, I did 100%.
You don't regret it? You
no, I
regretted
don't.
it?
No, I don't regret it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
regret it. I wouldn't.
yeah.
I wouldn't do
love
that
everything
again.
about our
Yeah.
wedding.
Yeah.
Everything.
I
No, I
Don't
love-
get me wrong. Our wedding was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all of that money, and I don't remember much of that day.
Oh, that's different. Yeah.
That sucks.
I remember
And after all the people that told me, like outside people, just go elope, go get like your immediate
swear.
family. We should have done that.
Like Pop.
As much as we said we shouldn't have done that, we are family oriented. Yes, both sides of our families like family oriented, 100%. We shouldn't have done that.
You agreed, you what?
That's what we were thinking.
Because think about it. Think about it. We could have been I'm not saying this is what we would pick, but we could have went to, let's just say, Mexico or the Bahamas or something. Had a destination wedding. She would have came. He would have came. You know, our immediate family would have been there, and then we would have already been at our vacation
We
spot.
wouldn't have been there. We couldn't have pulled that.
No,
Not that
no,
yet.
no.
You
Listen.
had to stay back.
Now listen. I don't
Perfect
think.
day, yeah.
I don't think we would have done 2 elopements back to back like that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like
Bro.
our immediate people would have been there regardless.
I would
Yeah,
have
we would've been
simplified our
there.
wedding, but it wouldn't have been too much different.
I think
Yeah.
Now
I
that I'm sitting back
simplified
thinking
enough.
about I would have back then I would have said I regretted it, which was what my first instinct was to say, because I always hear she would tell you, I was always like, I had to go to the courthouse, it was up to me.
Yeah.
But I want to give you want to give your spouse the perfect day, the big day. That's what every woman dream of, getting older, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Aaron would have went
But-
to the courthouse too.
I would have went to the courthouse at first,
Oh, no, you
but
said-
now looking back on it, I think it hit different when you really have it the way you want to have it for real.
The build up.
Facts.
The build up is crazy.
So I think it was worth
Yeah.
every dime
It was worth it.
because of the way it hit. It hit different versus having some rando sign me some papers in the courthouse.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, I'll never do that.
Like,
I wouldn't.
looking
Like if we went over again, I wouldn't do it that way.
Yeah.
But I would have eloped. I would have done a
Walking up and
destination.
seeing your peoples and
Just seeing me,
looking up and we seeing get to watch fireworks. And,
See, I think I got a
Slow
different perspective
dance.
from it than y'all might. I saw every penny of that. Every penny of that was worth it to me. Because
Right.
I planned every bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like
It was worth
my
it.
hard work paid out.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it was worth
Yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
that's what I feel.
I feel a little different only because of the situation. Like how all my people that I wanted or
To be
would have
there.
been there, that could have been there, whatever.
Yeah.
Granted, if we was up in Jersey, whatever, a lot more of my people would have been there. But
Yeah.
a lot of people had to be cut out because I knew or assumed that certain people wouldn't be
They
able to
wouldn't be
make
able
it
to
just
make
off the price point, just
Right.
getting down here and being able to be here for.
Yeah.
So that was a big part of it. Plus the debt that I personally went into behind making sure everything was gonna be cool. Like I felt like it was a lot of trying to climb through afterwards, and it's like, yeah, I don't like that. Like,
You don't regret it, but
don't regret it. But
it sucks.
That shit it still hit. It still hit different.
Yeah.
But the day I loved every bit of it.
Yeah.
Every bit of it.
I would have simplified it some more. We simplified it because we was really could have been an easily $25,000 wedding. It was simplified to 15, but I think on the cool, it could have been a good 8.
Yeah.
How we took it back to the church. Or back to
that's what I'm saying. Back to the church.
Yeah, for real.
And then do a whole,
back to the church, or I've even seen like my homegirl. She getting married right now, or next year, or next month. Golly, next month, and she got family land. Yeah, just getting shared. Like it could have easily been simplified. If you got land
or you got a church,
bro,
do it there.
Yeah. The day of coordinator was what, $1,200 for a day for that one day.
That's crazy.
$1,200. We could have cut that. I would have cut the fireworks. It wasn't mandatory.
I loved it.
It was amazing. It was amazing. I wouldn't take it back, but like if I had to replan it right now, I probably wouldn't have had it in there. But it made the night.
It made a good part of the night. Now,
yeah.
In reality, your mind's like, it did last like 2 minutes.
It was.
Bro,
it was like
$300 for how many seconds? 70 seconds? 60 seconds?
60 seconds, bro.
60 seconds of fireworks was $350.
Things you do
but in fact, but it was a beautiful moment.
It was crazy. Yeah. I wouldn't take it back, but if I had the choice to not start with
hindsight
that from a
2020,
financial,
it's like, you know what? We don't need that.
Yeah. Not for real. Right. Yeah. It was like little stuff like that I would have took out.
I just hate
your donkey.
I took out my donkey.
Shut up.
I took out my donkey.
But we still got to see the donkey.
I was going
to see it, yeah.
We went y'all suits was $400 something at first.
Facts.
We took it straight to I took that out. I said, dang, this ain't realistic, bro. We went to Amazon, found exact same suits. Perfect. Got them altered for $30.
Don't sleep on Amazon, baby.
No,
because at first when I was thinking about like wedding stuff, I didn't think immediately Amazon. But baby, Amazon cut my budget in half.
Yeah.
And no, it didn't look cheap because if you weren't there, just in case y'all weren't, our weddings were still. Fire. They were good looking. You would have never guessed our tablecloths were from Amazon.
Our bridesmaid dresses were from Amazon.
Facts.
Yeah.
All my guys' suits
from Amazon.
Yep.
Yeah.
One thing I regret about their wedding though, I wouldn't have wore them big ass shades. I ain't even gonna lie.
Ours?
I ain't gonna lie to you.
You had some shades on?
Them shades is like this
good
big.
Oh.
To her look good. When I look back at them, I was like,
I thought they looked good.
They looked fine, didn't they?
I don't remember. To me, I look like a little ass boy with my father's shades on.
With your dad, they were big
bifocal.
God, dog.
Sitting there looking.
I would have switched my pants if I could go back. I hated my outfit that day.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hated
was fire.
I hated it.
Yeah.
Man. He altered my pants wrong, and I knew it when I put them on the day before. And I kept trying to decide these, and I bought some tan ones, some beige ones, 2 months before that, and they was altered perfectly from Men's Warehouse. And I kept trying to decide, and I was like, I gotta wear the all brown, and I hated to this. I don't want to look at none of the pictures. That's how much I hate it. They was crazy. They was crazy looking. They was like, he didn't make my bottoms skinny enough, so it looked like a big nigga trying to wear skinny jeans with flared skinnies. It was like tight on my thigh. But it was
you got a big ass.
Loose around the ankle.
Okay,
but I was flooded.
So
it's like, these really not altered. They just really don't fit.
Gosh.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. Why you about saying that? Before we move on, choose one thing that went wrong or you had to change up about yourself on that day. Whether it was your hair, your
my
clothes.
freaking dress.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of y'all did not see.
Yeah.
That's why, like, looking back on it, nobody, like, a lot of people told me that I looked extremely unhappy at one point. But it was because the amount of stress that happened in that room behind closed doors when I went to my alteration lady, we put that dress on in like 15 seconds. I stepped in, she zipped it. She got a little stuck because the zipper is weird. It had nothing to do with her. It was like that since we bought the dress. It's just because the zipper, it was so small, it was so hard to grab it with your fingers. But she got it. And I was like, okay, cool, so we won't have a problem.
Yeah.
And no, baby.
It broke.
They were trying to put it on, and when they tried to like grab it that certain way and go, it went offline. Like the zipper went off the zipper, whatever.
The track, the track.
So then they tried to fix it. They couldn't fix it. Well, then when they were trying to take it off of me, like, okay, let's just take the whole dress off and get it back online. Then it got stuck that way. So I couldn't get out of the dress, and we couldn't zip the dress.
Damn.
So my sister, shout out to my sister, little jack of all trades, Mila. She remembered how to do, like, I forgot what she ended up doing, sewing a certain type of knot. I don't know. She did it to where it worked for that moment, but then I wasn't even thinking. Like, I bent over to get something, and it was already finicky back there, and it popped again. And so after it took us an hour to put my dress on. And so that rushed all of our pictures.
Oh, rushed everything else after
and
that.
I, like, my mind was just like, I was zoned out.
Sam, I would have went and got some ribbon. You know, like her ribbon that the girls wear. I would have got some ribbon.
Oh,
and I would have
tied it down her back.
I would have put hole punches down the line of their dresses and did crisscross.
Yeah.
I would have crisscrossed it. Maybe I would have been turning holes in that dress.
I think what bugged them so much was, I mean, literally, it was right there.
Yeah.
The zipper was right there. And it was first it was just me and my mom. And then it was my mom and my sister. Then we brought my other sister in there. Then we brought my aunt in there. And then both of the photographers were trying to get it
team
fixed.
affair. Yeah, facts. And that's
because
wedding day too, baby.
Yeah.
They kept saying, they were like, it's right there. We don't know why it's not zipping. I was freaking out. I said, so one of the photographers just went ahead and went to see y'all to start taking pictures because we were behind. So I don't remember saying what we were doing for pictures. I don't remember a lot. I don't want to say I regret a lot about that day. I hate mentally how I was that day.
That's one thing.
Because of how stressed and how strung I was. It was like I kind of blacked out that entire day.
Yeah, there was too much going on.
And as much as like we were like, didn't we kind of say from the get-go that we felt like 11 p.m. was early for the wedding? Like, to be done? I swear our wedding was like 2 hours total. Everything was 2 hours.
Oh, it just felt
like I feel like we danced for like 20 minutes.
No, we skipped a lot.
We skipped, we didn't do the flower bouquet.
Shoot, I skipped too when I thought them.
Oh.
You talking about
DJ, baby? He was playing a
Nah,
bouquet song before I even got up there.
we did it. We just flew through it. Yeah.
Hey, it's okay because our first dance literally got like, it was what, 20 seconds?
It was.
That broke my heart more than anything.
Oh yeah? I thought y'all told him to cut it.
No, it cut off, and I thought he cut it off on his own.
I didn't.
But
okay.
No, I thought they was gonna finish it too. I'm like,
ours was messed up. Everybody's walk-up songs was messed up in our thing. I don't blame.
It was in different orders.
One bit because he came through in 5 days.
Okay.
We should start DJing.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
I didn't think it was 5 days.
He was jamming too, boy.
3 days.
Yeah.
I said, brother, you gonna do what you gotta do to make this happen. I can't. I honestly can't complain.
I couldn't be mad at him, but I like, it doesn't change the fact that I was sad that was our only first dance we will ever have. And I was like, it was short.
Well, you talking about your first dance song?
I thought it was pretty good.
My entrance song to the wedding was the wrong song.
That was crazy.
I
felt okay.
It was bad because we waited literally months. We heard it once and we said we're not gonna hear it again.
Yeah,
terrible.
That whole time, and he played the wrong song.
Yeah.
Baby, I didn't realize it in the moment. I just was going.
everybody was just kind of like I'm not gonna say nobody was stressed out, but everybody was just kind of like, what's going on? Like,
because nobody wanted to stress anything.
But this was me. Where's my mom? Is she all right? Like, I didn't care about anybody else, but I was like, if she better not come out here stressed out. And here she came like a freaking Medea movie.
Oh, not that.
What is going on?
Wait, that wasn't my song. That was the bridesmaid.
Yeah, the bridesmaid.
He played some. What was the song?
It was Meek Mill.
It was
Meek
Dreams and
Mill.
Nights.
It was so inappropriate. I said, hold on, why are they kind of jamming? Hold
All
on.
I heard was sucking, thumping.
Fucking sucking and swallowing. I said,
I swear, I
Yo,
went in the room.
I was sitting in the front. Mind you, I heard the music. I knew as soon as it started, that was not the song I was supposed to be playing.
That's what he was playing. Nothing.
But I'm standing in the front, so I'm like,
Keep it together. Keep
How
it
do I-
together.
let them know, like, yo,
I would have said.
this ain't it. Like,
Buddy was so nonchalant
I was
though.
speaking to the
DJ,
door as the girls was walking in.
Bro
That's
was
when
like-
I heard it.
and honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Y'all like this song?
No.
like even when they was telling him it's the wrong song, like, who was it? Amy went over there and talked to him.
Yeah, yeah.
He was like,
Yeah, he didn't know.
Nah.
like, brother, you need to be in a
Nah.
frenzy right
Nah,
now.
I remember. And he said that she the one that told him to play that
Yeah,
song.
she misheard.
Yeah.
One of the bridesmaids told her to switch the song for the reception, but
Yeah.
I don't know if she misunderstood it or he. I don't
No,
know.
she
who
told him. She
misunderstood.
went and told him to change the song.
Baby.
And then that's
But
when
that
he played
wasn't
that.
even the right.
And I'm
song.
sitting, I'm like, well,
What I say, Sam?
to me, the song is it's not a bad song for everybody.
What is-
So I'm
What
like,
is going on?
that door closed, and I heard
Bro,
screaming
she
coming
came
from
I
the back.
ran outside. I said, Celia, what is going on? That's not the right song.
I said,
Oh my
no,
God,
no,
she
just
goes.
get back in there. Just go back
There
inside.
she go. There she go.
The runaway
was
bride.
I forgot that they could probably hear me through the door. I was,
Mm.
what is going on? I fucking came in.
We was so scared. We said the whole night.
I yanked my veil trying to get out that door. I'm like, what in the world is this man playing?
So that's
It was bad.
that's the one thing you would change.
No, I'm talking about our personal appearance.
What you
and
gonna
Oh.
change?
stuff. What I did change was my hair.
Mm.
My hair was supposed to be a little bit. I mean, it's supposed to be the same exact style, but it
Bigger.
was supposed to be. Yeah, I was supposed to have like a lace front or closure or something like that, but I didn't. I had a traditional sew in, and then I had to get it pinned up to the style I wanted. But I didn't want my real hair and stuff showing. But I had to because of that big budget. I have everybody else get themselves together, and the last minute I'm like, I don't have no money for my own hair for my own wedding.
Yeah.
So, but it worked out. My hair was fire.
Still worked out.
It was Kendall did her thing.
Yeah.
And Miss Tina, they did their thing.
I don't think I had nothing though.
Oh, you just fly the
Yeah, I was
mug.
fine. I was completely fine with the day.
Man, get you.
If anything,
About you,
the
anything
only
in your
thing
pants?
I regret is the fact that I think I left my cologne in the bottom of that bag.
Yeah, you did.
With the bag that you took back from me, the suit,
The suit bag.
my suit.
You left the cologne?
I left my colognes at the bottom of the bag. I was sick.
That's
I
what you
love them colognes. Only use them like once. Both of them.
Sick.
Man, I was
Dang.
sick.
Just for that day.
Yeah.
Left 'em.
Left them in there.
Oh.
That's tough.
Sick as
I
fuck.
will
tough.
say, like, I loved my hair when it was done, and I loved my makeup when it was done. I didn't love my hair and makeup in the pictures.
You did?
Oh, no.
I didn't. I didn't look as good as I thought I was gonna look in the pictures. I was like,
Yes, you did.
You know she gonna overthink it.
I thought the same thing about myself, baby.
and then my eyelashes, like, I guess, like close up, my eyelashes that she put on looked good, but in pictures it just looks like a lot of black right here, so you can't really see my eyes.
It looked like it was a little extra.
Yeah.
I did have one question I wanted to ask you. This is small topic, but
Before we eat it out.
yeah, before we close him out.
That's cool.
Yo,
Oh.
everybody. So, if your spouse, not you, your spouse was offered $1 million. Nah, ain't nothing crazy like that. $1 million.
Okay.
But they had to be gone for a year for work. Valentine's Day, that's not a major holiday.
So I'm gonna say it like twice.
Basically, Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Major holidays. And 4th of July. I'll say that. I'll push that in there too.
Well, if you're going to do 4th of July, you better do Easter.
Nah, we ain't going that far.
Better do April.
But from top of the year to the end of the year, they don't come back until right after New Year's. Or they come back for New Year.
Baby, go.
None, but yeah.
Give me a kiss.
But a million. Limited communication too, though. This is throughout the year.
For 1 year?
Limited communication.
Hell no.
This person working like most of the time or whatever.
No.
Y'all would end up losing each other.
You think you could lose your spouse in a year?
No, but I ain't gonna lie.
That's
You
like
said
military.
for $1 million. I'm gonna
Damn,
say okay, $1 million or a lifetime of money. Baby, go for that year.
I feel like the ideal answer one was gonna want to say is like, bro, we can sacrifice this year and we gonna be rich with $1 million, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. That's gonna set us up for the rest of our lives.
Mm-hmm. But you could be sacrificing a lot more.
Yeah,
but that year, fam.
And the reason
that's time. Time is more valuable than money to me.
Facts.
Move.
Facts.
I can't get that back. I can't get that year back.
What?
She gonna leave. She gonna go. Go on about your business. Just don't come back.
Do I what?
She go about your business.
But that's the reason why I said spouse. Because of course, if you the one that's getting the million or be gone for a bit, it's like technically you damn near I miss my family home or my family life.
Yeah, you don't gonna be going through.
Like, I'm free. Like I'm you off doing your own thing. You working.
You good.
But at the same time, you still doing your own thing. Like no expenses, and I'm not talking about extra stuff like that. Like the person got to pay expenses. Just at the end of all this year, you getting that million, that bag. Now at home, especially like situation like me and you, we got 5 kids, so you gonna be home with all 5 of the kids.
It's situational.
By yourself,
I can do it. I got
home
support.
with the dogs, and it's just
let me tell you, babe. If you leave for a year, I'll be good with my dogs.
You don't think you're gonna go crazy for a year?
I mean, it won't be easy.
Yeah.
We're just gonna be staying at people's
You do that
houses
for the
every
money.
day.
Yeah.
I want to.
Time is more valuable than money, though. We can say I would sacrifice.
Okay.
I would say, cool. Let's sacrifice this opportunity. I figure out a way to get half. What's that? 500,000. Is that 500,000?
Yeah.
500. You find a way to get 500. We gonna figure this out.
I don't like that idea.
Sam gone.
No, that's a.
Who know how long we on the
That's actually
earth?
a great example of a bad idea.
Who know how long? All right, so you get back and then that whole year you could spend with me, I end up passing away. You sick.
See, you always gotta be
If it's God's
so.
will, you gonna make it back home.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, if it's God's will, you make it back home.
When I got back,
Jump up.
it was cut.
So on that note, what time the plane leave? No, what time your flight leave?
I get back home, I don't even like you no more.
Oh, I'm gonna be safe.
I'm like,
I'm gonna take this million. Look, I'm gonna take this million. I'm gonna go my way. That's
I'm
crazy.
money driven.
That shit gonna hurt.
I'm money driven to a certain extent, bro.
Sam, you can't tell me
That's
that shit
gonna
gonna hurt.
hurt.
Okay, say that again. Say
I
that
get back
again.
home and I don't even like you no more.
That's
You better
crazy.
not
I'm taking
be
$1 million. I'm taking $1 million with me.
crazy, man.
I'm killing you.
Period.
Like, I'm
It's
actually
over.
not even coming back.
Facts. Y'all, I'm not coming.
You
I don't like
scared
you no more.
That's crazy.
You scammed me. I could have been out here living my best life.
You
Yo,
scammed me.
Just send the kids to their mom, yo.
Oh, hey, this piece.
Whoa.
So I'm your babysitter.
So I'm your nanny.
That's filthy, yo. That's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
fine.
It's definitely sacrificial
Yeah.
for sure.
It's sacrificial for
Babe,
sure.
my time with you is just so important.
But-
Get off me.
but-
We
Well,
spent so much time.
get on that plane.
Nah, but now,
Come back.
what if the other party or your spouse already, this is gonna work for both of us?
No.
She told me it's gonna work for both.
Already said that off bat. Like, I want to do it because I think this will benefit both of us.
If you want to do, I'm not gonna hold you back from an opportunity. But I'm just saying, if it was up to me,
Yeah.
my choice was nah. I'm not gonna stop you from an opportunity.
Cutting it, yeah.
Now, if it was circumstantial of like, I didn't want you to do this, but you wanted to do this, and it was less than what it was more benefits than what you said. Like you limited only 2 holidays. If it was like, we can talk every day. I can see you.
Yeah, we can
I can see you one weekend a month, something like that.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation about it.
Yeah, facts.
We can have a conversation. I ain't saying I'm still gonna go for it. We can have a conversation about it.
It's more potential. Yeah, but
So each other want some money.
yeah.
But I'm not going for that.
Already.
I'm not really going for that. Not gonna lie to you. We can find a way to get this money together.
But we've
Well, we
done
gonna
long
get
distance
ours easy.
before.
Samantha, we ain't done no long distance compared to what he talking about. You gonna talk to me 2 times a year? You gonna die.
No.
he didn't say
You
he talked-
see,
No, he said
You saw
see.
me 2 times
But
in
But
a
y'all can
year.
still talk on the phone. It's limited.
Yeah,
he said it's limited.
No, it's limited. What I mean by limited, like
You
you
got
can
an
talk.
hour
You can
day.
talk every
like
day.
you in jail.
Facts.
You
You
get
could
phone
talk
calls.
every
You gonna do that
day,
for a
but
year
you
straight?
just gotta
For
a
some
little
money?
bit of time
Like if y'all
because
in
it's
jail,
like
but-
I'm working,
Yeah.
Get
so
that
I
phone
also
call.
gotta rest for work. I also gotta be at work.
Yeah.
And
You
I
must say he
also
want his baby.
my free time I need.
I don't want mine. He can go get that money.
You
baby.
lost
Filthy. Nah, you filthy. Back up.
I need my time.
Yeah, you too easy.
But my love it makes my love language is quality time.
Well, that's
Yeah.
your
So
it only
business.
makes
That ain't
sense.
ours.
Move.
Go about your business. I don't know. You gone at this point. You gone about your business. You already done
You know
said.
what I'm saying?
I'll buy you some gold tissue when I get back. Cheers.
Yeah, tripping.
But yeah.
Get us out of here back on
Crazy.
time.
So we gonna wrap it up there. This has been episode 9, 8, 9, some shit like that.
Skip
I
the
thought it
last
was
one.
10.
No, it's not. I think.
Oh.
You must have skipped the last one.
Nah, that's up on YouTube.
Jamal, what you want to do? What's that? You going viral? Put you on TikTok tomorrow.
It's been episode 9 of Chillin' With Him podcast. We got
Bug. Shout.
A Diddy, no relation. We out.